If you're creating content in 2026 and you're still doing everything manually, you are wrong, because you're making your life harder than it needs to be. Now, I'll be sharing with you 10 AI tools that you can use to create, edit, design, and even create content. Now, if you haven't met me before, my name is Christina, and I am a social media manager, digital marketer, and AI creative director. I build content and brand system for content creators and businesses, and I'll be showing you the tools I use in my everyday life, so it's not just theory. Now, the number one will actually blow your minds. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 10 is Notion AI, and it's here because most creators fail at consistency and not creativity. So Notion AI helps turn a messy content dump into an actual structured calendar. So it helps with your content pillars, caption, deadlines, all in one place. Do you know what I like about this? It helps turn your chaos into a system fast. What I don't like is if you're not already a Notion person, there is a very difficult learning curve before it saves you time instead of costing you time. I'm going to be rating this a 7 all over 10. Now, number 9 is Perplexity. This is my research tool. Unlike a normal chat box, it pulls from live sources and actually shows you where the information came from. So when you're seeing information from Perplexity, it's also telling you where it got the information from. What I like is that I can fact check a trend in under a minute instead of falling down a Google rabbit hole. So what I don't like is for deep creative work, it's not built for that. It's a research tool, not a writing partner. So it's not really going to help you write solid work, but it's going to help you to research. So I'm going to make this a 8 all over 10. If you make any kind of informational or trend content, this replaces half of your Google tabs. Now, number 8 for me is Canva AI. And honestly, if you're a social media manager, this is probably the most useful tool to your day-to-day activity than any other tool, because I use this on a day-to-day basis, and it's good because you can actually open it every single day and do whatever you like. What I like about this is that speed. I can go from a blank canvas to a client ready carousel in minutes. So what this does is that you can create things in minutes. There are templates for you to use, so you don't have to be a designer or be anything fancy for you to use it. You can easily learn how to use it, and it can also give you things that are quite unique as well that you can't get from any other AI generated tool. I would rate this is a solid 8 over 10. I think it's the most used tool on my list actually, because I used it to create most of my carousel work. Now at number 7, we have CapCut. This is my go-to for short form editing. If you go to TikToks that I handle for clients, you're going to see a lot of CapCut edits because there are a lot of templates that you can use. If you're using the paid version, it makes your life quite easy as a content creator, and this is one of the tools you shouldn't ever miss. It helps captioning as well, because when CapCut started initially, the captioning was quite not there, but now the captioning is solid and you can use this to caption your video. What I like about this is that the auto captions are genuinely accurate now, unlike before, and the templates make repurposing long form into shorts fast. So if you want to turn your long form video into shorts, this is what you should use, because the templates actually make that so easy for you to use. I will rate this a solid 7.5 out of 10 because it's like the best tool for short form content, and you can also use it to edit your long form videos as well. Now, my number 6 tool that you shouldn't miss is 11 Labs. If you create story content, you create this AI generated story content, long form content in stories, then this tool is something that you shouldn't miss, because I find it very difficult watching videos that are in AI generated voices. So I kind of like 11 Labs because the AI generated voices sound very human, and it surprises me that people don't use this enough, because when I play on the Nigerian voice, it sounds very Nigerian to me. So what do I like about this? It opens up content formats and you couldn't do before. The narration, you don't need to hire a voice actor, so that's basically what it's for. It's really good. It mimics our Nigerian accent really well. A lot of people don't get that, but this tool does perfect work. For this, I would give it a 8 over 10 because it's actually solid. It's really solid. So for number 5, I'll be going with Claude. Now, this is what I use for anything that actually needs to sound like a person wrote it. When I first came in contact with Claude, I was thinking it was like lesser than ChatGPT. But when I have conversations with Claude, I realize that Claude sounds very, very human. And the captions, the expressions, you need to try it out yourself. So the writing doesn't sound AI at all, which matters when your name is on it. If you're going to use it to write something, you have to also be careful, because recently they want to start making it obvious that it was written by AI. So you need to actually don't copy and paste alone. You need to edit it and just add a touch of yourself in it. What I don't like about Claude is that it's not built for AI image generation, but you can build your carousels on it, especially when you connect it to Canva. This is like a separate tutorial on how you can connect your Claude to your Canva, so it can help you generate images for your carousel. I will rate Claude AI 8.5 all over 10. And if content lives or dies for you on writing, if your content is heavily focused on writing, then Claude is actually the tool for you. Number 4 for me is Gemini. So Gemini started as like an AI tool that you can chat, a chat box, but it gradually developed into image generation and now video generation that can actually create videos with your own facial features. So this is why this app is like number 4 for me. But something I don't like about this is that sometimes the content it generates is not really up to par, and it's not something that I will really use for myself. So that is why I will be rating it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, number 3, this is my favorite. Like, if I had to pay an assistant for how many times this tool has been so helpful to me, I'll probably owe this to millions by now. And this app I'm talking about is ChatGPT. It's a tool, it's an AI tool that's it first started as a chatbot tool, then it developed into image generation and improved this image quality. I think the image quality of ChatGPT is really top notch, and it's something that I use every day, like literally every single day of my life as a content creator and as a social media manager. So what I like about this is that it's one tool that replaces 5 other tools. What I don't like is that it does everything. It's not best at one particular thing, but it does a lot of things for you. But in comparison to the writing of ChatGPT and Claude, I will be going with Claude. Number 2 for me is the Google Flow. Now, this is a really good start for you if you're creating storytelling or movie content created with animation using AI tools, and it's really great for filmmaking. There was a time where filmmaking was quite difficult because we couldn't find a particular tool that could bring 2 people into a particular scene and then repeat the same thing continuously throughout the movie. But Flow was able to solve that situation, help us to create video, create images. You can create a complete movie, like a complete film, using Google Flow, and a lot of people don't even use it. I recently watched a movie that was trying to implement AI in their movie, but Google Flow wasn't what they used, so I don't know why they did that. But this is a solid tool if you're trying to start out as a content creator in 2060s, regardless of the niche that you want to find yourself in. And what I like about this is that the output quality of the AI generated footage is genuinely usable. Like, the output is so good. And what I don't like is that it's still like AI video, meaning that sometimes consistencies between shots and full creative control isn't quite there yet. But this is a solid tool, and I would rate this a solid 8 over 10, because this is where content creation is heading, because it's really, really close to perfection. And then number 1 I will be listing is my wild card. Now, this tool, a lot of people don't know about this tool yet, and I'm not putting it at number 1 because I think that it's superior to every other tool I just mentioned here. I'm just putting it at number 1 because I think that it is underused by people, and this is Meta AI. Now, Meta AI is a solid image generation tool. It's not used for video generation, and people often use as a chatbot too, but I won't even say that. But for image generation, I think it's really solid, because with the improvements over the years, it has been able to implement consistency. So you can create an image, and then when it create another scene, you can tell it, oh, I want this particular face to be continuously used for the other scenes, and it will obey you and give you like really quality image generation. So yes, these are my top 10 tools for any content creator that is starting out in 2026. This is not just a random tool. These are tools that I use every day as a digital marketer, AI creative director myself. So this is something I use every day. And if you want me to actually test this tool instead of just talking about them, subscribe to my channel, because that's exactly what I'll be doing on this channel. I'll be putting out another content soon. So if you want me to actually talk about these two one after the other and test it so you can see how it works, do comment that in the comment section, and I will read it and see if it's something that we can do for our next video. Until next time, bye bye.